How's it going, everybody? If you are a business owner, CFO, executive, or somebody within a business that handles the commercial insurance program, then this video is for you. Today I wanted to talk about one of the most important and essential insurance coverages for your business, and that is general liability insurance. I'll go over some of the basics for this coverage and what goes into determining the premium, and then how much $1 million in coverage actually costs. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs, as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance, and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it, and before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like, share, pass it along with anyone else as well. So let's start with the basics. General liability insurance is one of the most important coverages that your business can have. It protects you if somebody gets hurt on your property or because of your business's operations, or if you accidentally damage somebody else's property. And then it also provides coverage for things like slander, libel, personal and advertising injury. Oftentimes this is going to be the foundation for your business insurance program. And one of the most important things that general liability does help with is legal defense costs if there ever is a lawsuit for one of the things I mentioned. And this is even if the claim, the lawsuit is baseless. And obviously in today's world, legal defense costs can add up fast, so this is very important. And along with this, it can also help for the medical expenses in these claim situations, and also the repair costs if there is property damage. Now, in many cases, for most businesses, general liability insurance isn't technically a nice to have coverage. It will be required in most situations, whether you have a lease with a landlord. They're almost always going to require general liability insurance in their agreement. If you're a contractor and you work with any large general contractors or certain developers, project owners, they will almost always have some form of liability insurance requirements before they even let you start working on a job site. So for general liability insurance coverage, the starting point for this is typically going to be $1 million per occurrence and a $2 million aggregate limit. This means that the policy would pay up to $1 million for a single claim and up to $2 million for the entire policy term, which is typically a year. And if your business does have a higher risk, higher exposure, maybe have larger contracts in place that require higher liability coverage limits, this is where an umbrella liability insurance policy will typically come into play. It can be a very cost-effective way to increase your policy limits to meet those coverage requirements. Now, what does this type of policy typically cost? For a lower risk business, like maybe an office-based business or a small retail shop that doesn't see a lot of foot traffic, this type of policy might cost as low as $500 a year, but could go up to maybe $1,500 or $2,000. But for businesses with higher risk, like a contractor, cleaning service, manufacturing company, or maybe a restaurant, these liability costs could be starting at $2,000 and then going up to $10,000 a year or more. All this will depend on the size and scope of your business's operations. Your premium will be based on several factors, but the main two are going to be, again, your business operations, your business class, the industry you're in, and every insurance company will have a rate associated with that. And this can be different from one insurance company to another. And then the multiplier for that rate is going to be either your business's gross sales or your payroll. For contractors, it will be based on payroll, but for most retail operations, manufacturing companies, things like that, it will be based on your gross sales or revenue. Then again, there will be other factors at play, like where your business is located and your claims history. Just like with any other type of insurance, if you have a history of claims, this will increase your rate. But again, with all these factors at play, this is why even two businesses that are in similar industries, similar operations, could have two very different premiums. It's also important to keep in mind that general liability insurance does not cover everything. It will not cover employee injuries. This is where workers' compensation would be needed. It won't cover events like a cyber attack or data breach. This is where you would need a specific cyber liability policy. And if your business involves giving any sort of advice or professional services, you would also want to look into errors and omissions insurance or professional liability. And for any employment-related issues, such as harassment, discrimination, wrongful termination, these are typically excluded and you would need employment practices liability coverage. Overall, the key with all of this is to make sure that you do have a well-rounded business insurance program that fits your business's needs and overall exposures, not just a one-size-fits-all policy. So thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your commercial insurance program or insurance in general, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever's easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to either reach out to me directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.